All right, and I am apparently live. Welcome to this first ever Game Time with Peter. This may be the only time ever if it has too many technical problems, but today I'm going to play Command and Conquer Red Alert. Now, this is a game that I haven't played in about 18 years. Now, Red Alert 2, I find myself replaying that probably every year, every other year, and I have some custom maps that I sometimes just play for fun. But the original Red Alert, I think probably 2001, maybe early 2002 was the last time that I played this game. My cousin gave me a copy of it, maybe 99, 2000-ish. And yeah.
This program will install Red Alert.
Okay, we're gonna hit escape and, well, no, maybe we shouldn't. No, okay, I don't want to sit through a bunch of... Okay, here we go. Start new game. Let's start with Soviets, comrade.
Stop playing with that thing. I've just got to adjust this. Give me the sequence calculations. Now!
I'm tempted to skip this, but I know I shouldn't, so...
They're already done.
So if you're not familiar with Red Alert, basically they go back in time to kill Hitler, but then that makes the Soviet Union stronger. And so there's a war between the Allies and the Soviet Union, but I'm not sure how much sense that really makes, because for a lot of reasons. First of all, America might have continued to stay out of the affairs of Europe had there not been World War II. And just the fact that there was World War II caused so many of these countries to mobilize and really create the military-industrial complex, if you want to call it that they had during the war and post-war. So I'm not really sure if this really makes sense as an alternate history, but as you'll see, this game is very campy and very tongue-in-cheek, so let's not take that too seriously. I always wonder about people who play Hitler and things like this. Like, that's got to be something where you have your acting resume, right? And they go, okay, I see you played a role in this video game, this docudrama. It just says a German person. What was your role? I mean, what'd you have to do? And I can just see the actor being like, Hitler. I played Hitler. I'm sorry, what was that? You played what? Hitler. I played Hitler. That's just gotta be a really weird thing to have on your acting resume. It's just, I played Hitler. First of all, I want to know why the closed captions are on. Did you just default to that? Alright, it's time for the escape button. Now, I'm probably going into this going to have to do some sound adjustment and crap like that. Comrade Stalin.
Radenko. How long did it take the gas to work?
Is it safe to speak?
Of course. Go on.
The kill time depends upon the weight of the subject. The children were terminated in less than 15 seconds, and the adults took longer, 18 to 42 seconds.
No survivors.
None, Comrade Stalin.
The total dead?
Approximately 840.
My intelligence said there
Fucking
were
amateur.
877 people in the village. How do you account for this discrepancy?
Inaccurate intelligence?
Enough. Begin full production of the gas.
Already underway, Comrade Stalin.
This reminds me of, what was it? I think the first Black Ops game, where you have the Soviets creating some sort of poison gas that they test on people. Anybody remember that?
Officer,
Or maybe I'm the only person who's actually played the...
useful.
I would like to see that profile.
The
Give
story
the
modes
lieutenant
of,
something
Command and
important to do. That is all, Gradenko.
Forgive me, Comrade Stalin, but there is something else. Outside Torun, we have met with guerrilla resistance. They have blocked the roads into town here and here.
They are enemies of the people. Destroy the town and kill everyone in it. Come, my dear. I have an assignment which requires your special skills.
Let's see how you handle this. Go at once to Torun. Destroy everything and everyone. No prisoners, no survivors.
Da, comrade. No Russian.
That is all.
I'm surprised that they didn't redo some of the video graphics for this.
Commander, upgrade your battle control to high definition.
Haha. Now, let me see. Speaking of updating battle control, I gotta see if in the options here, if I'm stuck looking at this in a really gamma level, windowed mode. No, graphics, audio. Nope. See, that's one of the things that it's probably why I haven't played this game in so long. Amongst other reasons, is that it's so compact, and I had this same problem replaying Warcraft 2.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I got Warcraft 2 on GOG a while ago, and it had that same where you see very little of the screen.
Yes, sir.
And that's kind of annoying.
Acknowledged.
Alright, here's some civvies to kill.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
See, these early missions they make super easy.
Acknowledged.
Because it's just
Yes, sir.
blow up the
Agreed.
barrels.
At once. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Alright.
Reporting.
Retreat.
Lost.
Agreed.
I should probably retreat.
Agreed.
Fall back in. Alright, I need to make a control group
Yes, sir.
for these. Does that even work in this? Yes, good, it does. Or maybe I should put each individual plane as a control group
Acknowledged.
so I can separate them out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
That guy's still
Affirmative.
alive. Alright. You're still alive.
Acknowledged.
I got one plane left that's got ammo. I gotta go.
Reporting.
See, I don't even remember how some of these
Affirmative.
work. All right,
Yes,
more
sir.
cities to kill. This,
At once.
yeah,
Yes,
this
sir.
kind of
Affirmative.
is like the no Russian mission.
Of course. Affirmative.
And of course, that was super
Affirmative.
scandalous. And this game is just yeah, go into the town, murder all the civilians. It's no big deal. You know?
Yes, sir.
What would Stalin do, I guess?
At once.
I still feel like the sound is too loud on this. Audio. But it never seems to get quiet enough. I was tinkering around with
Yes,
this
sir.
earlier, by the way. This is the first time I've ever done this YouTube
Acknowledged.
live streaming. It's also the first time I've done any sort of live streaming on any platform
Yes, sir.
in about,
Very
I don't
well.
know, 8 years or so. But,
Yes, sir.
alright, should
At
I...
once. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Let's see. Where do I even go? Who do I have left to kill? I've got to blow up this church, probably.
Yes, sir.
Fucking civilians,
Acknowledged.
comrade.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh,
Acknowledged. Reporting.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, this is surprisingly dark. But I'm surprised they didn't redo some of these cutscenes. I lost 3 people? Oh, well. A choice with no context. Yay! Let's try the top one. Will it be killing more civilians? Probably.
Congratulations on earning this assignment, Commander. I am Captain Georgy Kukov, Chief of Field Operations for this region. Beyond this river lies Germany. Tomorrow our attack begins. For today, you have guard duty.
For the motherland, comrade.
See to it that nothing happens to the base or to the command center.
So this will probably be fighting off engineers
The
trying to
Allies have
sneak
been
in and
moving
take the
closer and
base.
Closer to our position.
I don't remember what
Watch out for sneak attacks.
sneak attacks. See, I don't
If
remember what kind
conflict
of
erupts,
infiltration
you have
units this
permission
game
to take the
has.
fight to them.
I know that they added some new.
See you in Berlin.
What would you call them? They added some of the later controls, I think, or the option to turn them on. I noticed they don't seem to have like waypoints, and they haven't separated. They haven't separated structures into different units. Okay, build the yak. What do we got? Build barbed wire. Let's send this up. Okay. We need more dogs.
Unit ready.
Barrack. You motherfucker!
Acknowledged. Very well.
Building. Unit lost.
Bastards
Ready and
killed my
waiting.
dog.
Orders.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
So it doesn't seem like they have any kind of special infiltration unit. They just
Base
Awaiting
is under
orders.
attack.
Affirmative.
they're sending regular infantry,
Building.
and these sons of bitches killed my dog.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
So I don't. Is there
Ready
some
and
sort of
waiting.
time
Agreed.
limit on here, or am I just supposed to?
Construction complete. Unit
Because the
ready.
objective apparently was
Single
to
reporting.
just defend the base, but
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
no, I should probably save that
Acknowledged.
oil. Can you, see? I think in this game, can you capture the oil derricks, or am I thinking of a different game?
Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Agreed.
Flamethrower tower.
Low power.
Oh, low
Building.
power. Son of a bitch.
On hold.
See, this game has
Cancel.
weird mechanics. And I'll probably go along thinking I know how to play this
Unit
game until
ready.
something comes up and it's like, nope, I have no fucking
Unit
idea
lost.
why it did that.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Because I'm used to, for example, you could set like a waypoint of where you
Awaiting
wanted these
orders.
guys to pop out.
Awaiting orders.
Like you could, you know, a rally point, I
Awaiting
think what it's
orders.
called.
Very well.
And they don't have stuff like that in this game. They don't seem to have waypoints. So I'm probably going to be
Ready and
thinking I'm
waiting.
going to play it like it's
Reporting.
Command and
Very
Conquer Red Alert 2.
Very well.
And then realize, no, wait, I can't do that. Okay.
Agreed.
Unit lost.
You can't capture oil pumps. Okay, so I'm going to blow those up now. How's my money situation? Probably terrible. Where'd my plane... Did they fucking shoot down my plane? Shit. Where'd it go? Well, that was a waste of
Awaiting
time and money.
orders. At once.
Alright, I
Yes,
gotta
sir.
send out one of these
Affirmative.
dudes to look for shit.
Construction complete.
Or refinery. Oh. And now I just remembered that I hit the wrong thing, because I should have built... There was really... there's no good spot for this.
New
That's
construction
close to the ore.
options.
But of course, I meant to hit
Building.
power plant. Okay,
Construction complete.
power plant. I wish there was a mode that would let you see
Building.
more of the screen at once. let's see. Flamethrower tower. This might be a waste of time and money.
Construction complete.
How's the furthest out I can put it? So they make these early missions super easy with like choke points and stuff like that. Okay, let's build another yak.
Building.
And a
Building.
kennel.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
Ready and waiting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
See, I really hope that they
Affirmative. Affirmative.
they redo
At once.
Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 like they did this. Although now that this is the first time I'm really playing the remastered version.
Agreed.
And I was sort of super hyped, but now that I'm looking at it,
Affirmative.
I don't know. It looks a little.
Very well. Affirmative.
It's not quite what I expected, I guess, because with some of the later games that just had what were for the time high resolution graphics, they did more stuff with lighting and making it look what was again for the time modern. Before EA just threw this whole franchise under the bus. And I guess I imagined something slightly more like that. But seeing this, it's...
Building.
Vehicle reporting.
I mean, it's definitely more... It makes it more playable than just the original...
Unit ready.
Reporting.
You still got some ammo left to blow up this stuff, too. Oh, okay. So by blowing up this stuff, it blows up the bridge, which means there's one less area they can attack you from.
Reporting.
Okay, you land now. Let's see. So they got a guy waiting there. Let's see. What else should we build? Power is still low.
Construction complete.
I don't know if any of you have seen, because you might see different advertisements for me, but there's some sort of mobile game that is clearly just a reskin of Command and Conquer.
Unit
and
ready.
this
Training.
Reminds me a little bit of that, because the commercials
Building.
will all, the commercials all have the quotes and the audio from it. And I don't know if this really looks much better than that, like the reskinned versions of Command and Conquer that were made for mobile. I don't know how they got the rights for that, or if it's just some Chinese company that ripped it off.
Silos needed. Training.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Silos needed. Silos needed means you're not spending money fast enough. That's okay. That's not entirely true, but it's close to true. Okay, so where am I? Build a flamethrower here. I feel like I should be able to, or maybe it's just not letting me for this version of the game because.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
I remember in some of these early missions, they're just like, no, you can't build that yet, even though you should be normally. But I gotta see something in the menu. Okay. Destroy any allied fortifications you might find. So basically, keep your base from getting destroyed, but what I should be doing is finding their base and destroying it. Even though it made it seem like... But it's not going to let me build any sort of heavy units. It's not letting me build a war factory, as far as I can tell. Grenade guy.
Unit ready.
It's just kneecapping what I can build.
Unit ready. Training.
So let's send out some guys to die
ready.
gloriously for the motherland and find where their base is. It looks like they got some stuff patrolling, so maybe I should send these guys out in force.
Reporting.
Let's just send out a patrol. And while those people are going nobly to their deaths, I'll build people to replace them.
Unit ready. Training.
See, I don't...
Unit ready.
I can't remember if building barracks in this game, if it just makes the build faster, or if you could build more. Okay, I need to get away from this ore miner because that will.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Training.
Very well.
Our base is
Affirmative.
under attack. Construction complete.
Okay.
Very well.
Set these guys as a group.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
I just need them to make a
Very
mad
well.
dash
Unit lost.
and try and
Very well.
figure out where they're...
Unit lost.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Reporting.
Okay. These dudes
Acknowledged.
are going to go up
Affirmative.
here.
Yes, sir.
These dudes will go down here.
Very well.
Now, let's see. Barracks. Building a new
Primary building selected.
barracks will either make the units build faster, or I think in some versions you can build multiple units.
Lost.
But I don't think.
Unit
Maybe I'm thinking of an
ready.
entirely different
Training.
franchise.
Unit ready.
Okay. Let's see.
Acknowledged.
You go fight
At
and
once.
die. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's send these yaks to blow up. This thing.
Affirmative.
They make it nice and easy on you. They just put oil barrels everywhere. Oh wait, they got some sort of air defense. That's probably why my other yak got blown up.
Unit
Oh, it's-
lost.
Okay,
Building.
time to build a new yak. I have a much better idea of where they are and
Unit
what they're
ready.
Waiting
capable
orders.
of. Oh, you fucking asshole. Go eat that guy. Yeah, in case you're watching this and you're entirely
Yes, sir.
unimpressed by my video game skills, I
Reporting.
fully admit that I am what the
Agreed.
kids today like to call a filthy casual. So apparently it's not letting you build a war factory, which means there's nothing better to do than
Training.
just pump out infantry,
Unit
which,
ready.
you know, masses of infantry,
Unit ready.
very Soviet.
Training. Unit ready. Training. Building. Unit ready. Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Let's see.
Construction complete. Training. Unit lost. Unit
Insufficient
ready.
funds.
Insufficient funds.
Yeah, great.
Training.
Hey,
Awaiting
this
orders.
guy's just walked in
Yes,
here
sir.
unopposed. Okay, now we're gonna blow this shit up. Let's see if they do anything when I lob grenades at their base. Okay, now it seems like they're sending somebody after this
Unit
guy.
ready. Training.
But I bet I can blow up this whole
Unit
thing before they
ready.
get... No, maybe not.
Training.
Ah, you were so
Unit
close, buddy.
ready. Unit lost. Training.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Alright. I already got 2 of these yaks.
Yes, sir.
Did these not
Yes, sir.
auto-repair when they're in their stations? Weird.
Reporting.
Okay, make you
Vehicle reporting.
1, make
Comrade.
you 2, and what should we do? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Number
Unit
1,
ready. Training.
number 1,
Acknowledged.
you attack
Affirmative,
him.
comrade.
Number 2, you
Affirmative.
attack him.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
All right,
Reporting. Yes, sir.
all right,
At once.
comrades, it is time to go die for motherland.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
I feel like if
At once.
if it hadn't been 18
Affirmative.
years since I
At
played
once.
this game, then I might remember these missions better.
Affirmative.
And if I remembered them better,
sir.
I would know like what to send.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Agreed.
Training. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Fucking killed my dog. Kind of
Affirmative.
bastard drives over a
Affirmative.
dog.
Ready.
Of course.
Insufficient
once.
funds.
Very well. Affirmative. Very well.
All right.
Affirmative.
I should probably deal
Yes,
with this
sir.
first.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Of course. Yes, sir. Of
Yep.
course.
All right. This is usually what I do in Command and Conquer is
Unit lost.
build a wave of airplanes sufficient enough to destroy their main structure,
Training.
their construction yard, and then just blow up their secondary, you know, blow up their war factory and their barracks, and that pretty much cripples them.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Agreed. At once.
Now for mopping up. Of question is this going to be one of those things where I have to go and destroy... Okay, now they sold their stuff. And they're going to charge. Okay.
Unit lost.
Very convenient of them to meet him. Very convenient of them to all make a suicide rush at me. Efficiency, 1%. Shit. Heavier vehicles can crush infantry.
At our mercy. We have 14 tank divisions on this border.
And the Allies with only 3 divisions hold you off.
At the rate of our noble comrades' advance, we will occupy all of Europe within 60 days.
Perhaps, but 11 months over schedule. It is vital to our propaganda efforts that we take Berlin before Comrade Stalin's birthday.
Oh, I forgot about that. They have Kane in this game.
Comrade Gradin,
Or the actor who plays Kane.
did you not report all our nerve gas sites secure?
I inspected them myself.
And how did the Allied dogs eliminate our Sovrinsk facility?
Impossible! My security was...
I wonder if it's a real place.
That plant was our primary
If
site.
any of you are from Russia,
Will there
please
be
tell
enough
me.
nerve gas left to proceed with our plan? What about Einstein? Is his propulsion system research still on schedule?
Well,
I must report. A few hours ago, Einstein was kidnapped.
I know.
We are recovering him as we speak.
Good.
Wait, so the Soviets had Einstein? What?
Good! I do not wish to kill so committed an officer as you, Gradenko.
I don't know where Einstein is, yet. But I do know who betrayed our cause. We have tracked him down in Lund, where he undoubtedly waits to rendezvous with resistance forces. He must die a traitor's death. Get to Korea again and use your dogs to sniff out the coward before he can take refuge in a safe house.
Do you literally mean my dogs? Probably. So I'm kind of confused, because at one minute, there's some sort of subplot about nerve sites being, nerve gas sites being attacked. Now apparently I have to flush out a
King and country.
spy that had something to do with...
Explosive charge placed. Our base is under attack. Reinforcements
what
have
the hell?
arrived. Timer started.
Okay.
Unit lost.
Motherfuckers.
Mission failed.
Oh, well, I'm a dumbass. Okay. Of course I want to retry the mission. I knew it should have been something stupid like
King
that.
and country.
Here's a bunch of,
Explosive charge placed. Our base is under attack. Reinforcements have arrived.
So they do have
Timer
infiltrator
started.
units. Maybe I was remembering that because I remember when they were talking about defending the base that I thought that they would be sending more infiltrators and engineers to try and take over your base. Okay, so you go this way. See, this definitely seems familiar. This part here. I don't know if you're supposed to kill the civilians, but
Ready and waiting.
were these cowards in there, hiding in there
Agreed.
because a couple of civvies, a guy with a pistol, was keeping them pinned down in a barn?
Affirmative. Affirmative.
You will be executed as traitors when we return to motherland, comrade.
At once.
Okay. So, how do we get around this?
Affirmative.
See, I don't think that these guys can really take on a pillbox by themselves.
Affirmative. Very well. At once. Very well. At once.
Looks like they might have to. Alright, time to die for glorious motherland, comrade.
Agreed.
Should probably hold my dogs back. Maybe put them in a group. No. No killing.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. At once.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Excellent.
Very well.
Yeah, so I think I actually do remember this mission, and the further you go, you just discover more traitorous cowards hiding in buildings, or maybe they give you some you know.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
Destroy opium of people, comrade.
10 minutes remaining.
I'm not sure this is doing
Yes, sir.
anything. I'm probably just
Reporting,
wasting
very well.
time. Now, this has got to be
Very
some
well.
sort of trap.
Agreed.
The obvious way has got to be a trap. If there's anything I've learned so
Very
far
well.
in my one failed attempt at this mission.
At once. Affirmative. Affirmative.
This is probably a waste of time. Yep.
Affirmative.
Can you cross this river?
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yeah, that's sort of, you know, in some certain
At
games,
once.
the river doesn't look that
Affirmative.
deep, so you could probably cross it. But in this particular case, apparently not.
Very well.
Unit lost.
Send you as a scout. I'm running out of dogs here. So maybe we should send this
Reporting. Agreed.
infantry dude.
Acknowledged. Agreed.
Conscript
Affirmative.
Boris. Scout area ahead.
Affirmative. Very well.
Fuck.
Yes,
Alright.
sir.
Nothing ahead for a long while.
Yes, sir.
Hey, dumb fuck,
Yes,
you
sir.
too.
Affirmative.
Get on with it.
Affirmative.
Like the little snowman. Honestly, think in terms of the remake, I like the. Okay, shit. Time to run away. Somewhere there's got to be. Somewhere more, there's got to be a way to get more reinforcements.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Agreed.
I think I'm gonna
Warning,
fail this mission
5
again.
minutes remaining.
Of course.
Reinforcements have arrived. Mission failed.
It literally was about to say reinforcements have arrived, and then I failed the mission. All right, this is the part where I expose that I am in fact a completely filthy casual who can't even
King and
beat
country.
an easy level.
Explosive charge placed. Our base is under attack. Reinforcements have arrived. Timer started.
All right, so we go over here. Phil, is that it? Dave. Oh, the cities have names. Cool. Go eat Phil. Go eat this guy first. All right. Now I wonder. No.
Ready and waiting.
All right, grenade thrower guy, you probably have the most range.
Yes, sir.
But I don't know if you bear the brunt of the.
Unit
Ah,
lost.
fuck. Time to sacrifice for motherland. You doggy stay. You're of no fucking use in this situation.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Reinforcements
Son
have
of a
arrived.
fucking bitch. Okay, reinforcements have arrived where? Oh, up here?
Reporting. Very well.
Maybe you just have to overwhelm them with so many targets that one of them eventually gets through.
lost.
There we go. All right, rally. Isn't there?
Reporting. Very well.
Yeah, in the later games they add like rally buttons and defend and other sorts of things to control the behavior of the characters that are useful. It's interesting just to see the evolution of the controls in these games and the layout. Okay, so let's see. I know
Reporting.
from experience that
Agreed.
they're about to swarm me
Affirmative.
once I go into this town. I think I
Agreed.
started to say that I like, although the actual,
Agreed.
you know, some of the actual character models I'm not as impressed with.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, these dogs aren't bad, but, you know, details like the houses, the little snowman, some of the terrain, I think is pretty good.
Reporting. Agreed.
And I guess it wouldn't make that much sense to change, like, the lighting significantly. Alright, so I saw the spy guy go somewhere. Are you... probably have to blow up all...
Acknowledged.
Let's
Of
see.
course.
Is he hiding in the church?
Reporting.
Well,
Yes, sir.
destroy opium of people, come on. Is this... Oh, okay.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Very well.
Blog TV Day fans here. Oh
Very
man, I
well.
remember Blog TV. Yeah, like I was saying earlier in this, this
Very
is the
well.
first time that I've done any sort of
Affirmative.
live broadcast thing in about 8 years, I think, maybe.
Agreed.
Okay. So, what the fuck?
Very well.
Maybe
At
up
once.
here? Try Twitch. See, I guess.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
I could, but I'm not really sure.
Unit lost.
At once. Affirmative.
Warning, 5 minutes remaining.
Affirmative.
Okay. Now I need you guys to go blow up that. And you,
Unit lost.
Reporting. Very well. Of course.
Lost.
Affirmative. At once.
is that the
Yes,
guy?
sir.
Go kill him. I didn't realize he had gotten so far away. I thought I had him cornered. This is probably gonna be one of those things where,
Unit lost.
son of a bitch.
Yes, sir.
Warning,
Where
4
I know I had
minutes
more
remaining.
guys. I don't like how some of these guys lag behind because
Yes,
that
sir.
will.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Reporting. Very well.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Oh, son of a bitch.
At once. Very well.
Is there any way to get reinforcements here?
Affirmative.
You can always destroy a church.
Warning, 3 minutes remaining.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Affirmative.
Need you to go down
At
here.
once. Affirmative. Very well. At once. At
So
once.
now my one half-dead guy is supposed
Very
to
well.
take on...
Very well.
Yeah. I hate situations like this, because I'm going
At
to have
once.
to restart this thing. Probably. Unless it
Warning,
decides
2
to give...
minutes remaining.
Alright, I got it, buddy. Unless it decides to give me reinforcements. There's probably some reinforcement trigger I gotta deal with.
Yes, sir.
And this guy didn't even go where I told him
Unit
to.
Lost. Mission failed.
Alright. I think I've had enough of this. For fuck's sake. Alright, one more time. This is apparently
Country.
Peter completely embarrasses himself
Explosive charge placed.
playing Command and Conquer.
Reinforcements
alert.
have arrived. Timer started.
Maybe later I'll have to do a live broadcast of this custom Command and Conquer. I keep saying Command. The Red Alert 2. I have this like custom map that's super cheesy because basically it's just designed where I start the game with all the good stuff, and I play against 8 brutal opponents, but even then it's not. As long as you can just not take care of their super weapons before they get to be too much of a problem, then it's pretty easy. Because one of the flaws in the game, I'm not sure so much with this game particularly, but in the second game and in a lot of these games, the AI behaves in stupid ways. Where, for example, if there's a river between your base and the enemy base, then rather than use like air power en masse, they'll just they'll send in a few things at a time, rather than just massing their air power. So as long as you have enough anti-aircraft to shoot down their air power, the piecemeal attacks that they do on you, then it's you can just
At once.
if you're if a river or some sort of water separates your base from theirs, then they're basically useless.
Affirmative. At once.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, you can't fortify structures in this game either. That would be really fucking useful.
Affirmative.
It would be massively useful to be able to reinforce these buildings.
Reporting.
Okay.
Agreed.
Get over here.
Reporting. At once.
All right, so last time I thought I had this cornered, and then it just...
Affirmative.
I guess it just sort of the game intentionally leads you into a trap, I think, because now that I played this a second time,
Affirmative.
where you actually need to go is up here. And that's just a cul-de-sac where you get ambushed. As opposed to this, which is, another ambush, but...
Very well. Yes, sir.
At least you're...
Affirmative. At once. Of course. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Of course. Affirmative.
I wish these units were better at
once.
staying
Yes, sir.
together, because it's when they go out in front is that they're most likely to get killed when they go out in front.
Very well.
And oftentimes you just send them on a simple task of moving from point A to point B, and they'll get spread way far apart. Which I guess makes some sense in terms of military movement, because you want to spread out so you don't get ambushed.
Unit lost.
Okay, reinforcements have arrived where?
Reporting.
Because that was just in the nick of time.
At once.
I gotta stand here and wait for these guys to... Yeah, it's sort of embarrassing to be seemingly incompetent at this game. Because from the looks of it, I might have to restart this again. Christ. Come on, hurry up.
At once.
Sometimes these sort of missions can be fun, but usually they're more just annoying.
Very well. Affirmative.
Oh,
At
this
once.
guy's can...
Yes,
Well, that's
sir.
useful.
Warning. 5 minutes.
Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. At
Oh,
once.
awesome.
Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Very well.
Of course.
Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay,
Very well.
get back. Throw
Affirmative.
grenades. Oh, they were
Agreed.
waiting for me.
Warning.
Very well.
Motherfuckers.
Remaining.
Affirmative. Of course. Affirmative. Affirmative.
That's one of the strange parts about these games. How something like a rocket launcher could be ineffective against.
Mission accomplished.
Finally, something like a rocket launcher could be ineffective against an infantry unit. Yeah, this game is surprisingly dark. I remember the second game is just so much more campy. In this game, it's like, let's murder civilians and execute spies. And the second game's just like, we're gonna have Tanya, who's gonna flirt with you. And then the third game, oh. That was when, you know, I'm not usually one of those people who's like, oh, EA is the worst thing ever, until I played Red Alert 3. And I was like, what have you done to my beloved franchise?
Task for you. We are amassing for our attack on Berlin. The Allies are aware of this, so we are going to, how do they say, throw them a bone? I want you to create a diversion.
I don't think that's what throw them a bone means.
We can drop soldiers behind their lines. Once the troops are in, use the soldiers to cut off Allied communications. With no early warning. We can take Berlin by surprise.
I doubt that.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Well, at least I have good tanks this time. Oh, okay, so I actually get to build shit. Thank you. Now, what is this thing? I don't even know. Do I need to move? I feel like in some of these, you gotta move your, you know, there's like a default place where they destroy all allied structures.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
New construction options. Building.
A lot of these, like once you start to memorize the layouts of the things, you get
Complete. New construction options.
you know where to place your buildings. But in this, it's been so long since I played this.
Construction complete.
Oh, I got the good ore.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Okay, I should focus on placing my buildings.
Affirmative.
Let's see.
New construction options.
Ore
Building.
refiner.
Training. Unit.
Yeah, that's
ready.
one thing I don't know.
Training. Unit
As far as
ready.
I can remember, the
Unit
queued
ready.
build is something
Training.
that's one of the
Unit ready.
quality of life improvements in this version of the game.
Unit
Reporting.
ready. Training.
Agreed.
Unit
Vehicle
ready.
reporting. Yes, sir.
Alright, you little infantry dude, go scout somewhere
At
up
once.
here. I gotta find where there we go.
Awaiting orders. Very well.
I should probably know
Waiting
what
order.
might come from this
Acknowledged.
direction.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
More ore, yay. Ore, how close? That's close
New
enough.
construction options.
I'll do a
Building.
radar dome.
Yes, sir.
Feel like
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Sometimes the little dudes, every time you move them, that starts to get tedious after a while.
Training. Construction.
But I
complete.
miss the voices from the
Unit ready.
Apocalypse tank in Red Alert 2. Annihilating.
New
The
construction
apocalypse
options.
has begun.
Unit ready. Training. Building.
Reporting.
All right.
Unit ready.
What do they run into?
Training.
So they must have a structure
Unit
up there.
ready.
So they'd
Affirmative.
probably come from
Yes, sir.
this general
Affirmative.
direction.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
That almost sounded like a little
Acknowledged.
Scottish accent.
Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Low power. Building.
I should have known that was going to happen. We can build a service depot now. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
For that one time, my
Construction.
vehicle is damaged, and I can actually get it back to the place in time to save it. What's over here? Space for power. This airfield's
Building.
always good. See, I'm not sure. Is this?
Construction complete.
Did they always have mines? Because I know there's a little
ready.
thing on the ground that like digs up more ore in the other games. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to be. But I don't remember. It's different in the in Red Alert 2,
Construction
but
options.
I don't know if it was like that in this game or not. Okay, let's build a
Building.
yak. Spy plane and paratroopers. Let's build
Building.
the ore thing.
Training. Unit ready.
Kennel.
Training. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. At once. Waiting orders.
Let's send them to go explore random parts of the map.
Reporting.
I need more infantry.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Just yeah, the rock
well.
paper scissors of how units can work
Unit
in this
ready.
game can be very
Unit
weird and
lost.
counterintuitive.
Yes,
Like
sir.
this
At
guy can
once.
blow up a tank, but he's worthless against other infantry.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Let's build
New
this.
construction options. Training.
Dogs.
Unit ready.
I have a feeling they're going to be sending
Training.
more heavy hardware
Silos
in
needed.
this. Silos.
Unit ready.
That means you're not spending money
Training.
fast enough.
Building.
Did I already
Unit
built it? Yeah.
ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Training.
You know, this probably
Construction
they
complete.
probably stopped hand holding me by
Acknowledged.
giving me barrels to blow up.
Spy plane ready.
Why they? Did that civilian get away
Unit
after being
ready.
strafed by a plane?
Building. Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Building.
So where is their main base?
Reporting.
Probably over here.
Agreed.
Or is that
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Affirmative.
you?
Ready and waiting.
All right.
Agreed.
You
Construction complete.
send these guys out to the far reaches.
Unit
Flamethrower.
lost. Low power.
Yeah, I should have
Unit
seen that
ready.
coming.
Building. Training.
Let's
Unit
build
ready. Training.
a bunch more crap.
Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit ready. Training.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
son of a
Unit
bitch.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
No, you need to go harvest over
Unit
here,
ready.
moron.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training. Unit
Just run these guys over.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Unit
All right,
ready.
I'm apparently gonna have to extend my
Unit ready.
forces out because the ore miners are being stupid. So they're gonna harvest over here. No, you need to go harvest over here. We're gonna be safer.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
We'll put it in there. So it's
Acknowledged.
up here.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Training. Building. Unit ready.
Let's just spam the place
Training.
with tanks.
Building.
It's always a good strategy.
Unit lost.
Put another ore.
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
What? Oh, fuck.
Acknowledged.
Pillboxes.
Affirmative.
Lost.
Retreat.
Affirmative.
Retreat. Send in the heavy armor.
Comrade.
So, you know
Unit
what? I'm going to
ready.
sacrifice one of these tanks just to see what's
Affirmative.
there. Because
sir.
unless I'm mistaken, there's not like a satellite like in
Affirmative.
Red Alert 2 where you can see all the
Training.
whole board at once.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Power plant.
Unit ready.
Now, I know if I wasn't being so lazy and also distracted by trying to keep the stream entertained, maybe there isn't in this game, but in Red Alert 2, there's ways to set up more, I guess macros would be the term, but for example, you know, it's like press one button and it will jump back to wherever your base is, as one example, and then you can set up different points on the map that will.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
So I wish they'd have some sort of lighter vehicle. Like, why is it? Maybe I do have to build a service depot to get different kinds of. I don't know. I'm gonna try building one anyway.
Training. Unit ready.
Looking for something light and fast that I can scout with.
Building.
Yes, sir. Comrade. Reporting.
Let's move these guys in force over here. There's something guarding this bridge. Let's go destroy it and then see what's on the other side of the bridge.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
What is over here?
Yes,
Shit.
sir. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
See, the tanks, in theory, could just run these guys over. But of course, when you go to attack, that's not how attacking works. You have to like trick them into, you know, that would make them too good against infantry.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Now let me guess. While I wasn't paying attention, they probably blew up all my goddamn
On hold.
ore trucks.
Cancel.
Because they keep going to where I don't want them to fucking go.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Training.
Very well.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Comrade,
What we got over
affirmative.
here is no fucking joke.
Unit lost.
Okay. Oh, damn it. See, yeah, sometimes the fog of war is weird in this game, too.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Very well. Acknowledged. Agreed. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. At once.
Unit lost. Training.
Ready and waiting.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Yeah, just the behavior of the units in this game has definitely changed a lot.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Because they're in
Yes, sir.
in the subsequent games, they're often more reactive. They don't just.
Affirmative.
Unit
Of course. At once.
Unit
Very well.
ready. Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
At once.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's see how much of their shit I can
Affirmative.
sweep over with this group here.
On hold. Cancel. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Yes, sir.
On hold.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
It's probably one of those things where I'm overthinking it and I already have enough units to destroy all their shit.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
I don't even know what this is.
Affirmative.
Insufficient.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Do I have any more infantry? Alright. I need
Reporting.
you people to go up
Affirmative.
here and join them. Wait a minute. What? Oh no, I'm over here. That's why.
Affirmative.
Just looks the same. Now they're sneaking behind enemy lines.
Waiting order.
You go harvest the good
Acknowledged.
shit. Oh, God damn it. Go over
Acknowledged.
there. See, they put them, you know, just
Yes, sir.
because of the quirks of this, the
Awaiting
dudes,
orders.
the ore harvesters will just put themselves like deliberately in harm's way, and then when you're not paying attention, they'll get blown up by some weak ass units.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
I really wish these units were more
Acknowledged.
proactive.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
It seems like the game has all the same quirks in terms of the way that the units act and react,
Affirmative.
and that changes from game to game. So
Affirmative.
I'm expecting them to, if they see an enemy kind of
Reporting.
in their line of sight, to react in a way that's more proactive than just,
Affirmative.
waiting till they're the next in line to get blown up.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient
All right,
funds.
now that's
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
I probably just wasted a ton of resources.
On hold. Cancel.
No, for
Building.
fuck's sake,
Yes, sir.
do not goddamn harvest over there.
Affirmative.
You
Waiting
stupid
order.
asshole. Over
Affirmative.
here.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah,
Yes,
see,
sir.
now I probably overextended.
Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting.
Fucking worthless harvesters.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Base is under attack. Building.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
Lost.
Of course.
Training. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Of course. Reporting. Of course.
See, yeah, I vastly overextended myself. And I gotta wait for these dumbass ore harvesters to
ready.
get off their lazy asses.
Unit ready. Training.
Stop going to the
Unit
wrong
ready.
place where they're
Waiting
just gonna get
orders.
themselves killed.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Waiting
Our
order.
base is under attack.
Go
Acknowledged.
over here.
Unit ready. Training. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Training.
Affirmative. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Very well.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative.
See, yeah, they just bring out more guys here. It's like, here's free stuff. So I guess speed is kind of the, you gotta mass the right amount of things and then just go all out. And then, of course, they can just bring stuff from the other side. Yeah, I'm not
Unit
At once.
I'm not so sure I'm gonna...
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Training.
I'm not liking
Unit
my
ready.
odds in
Course.
this.
Building. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Training.
At once.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Agreed.
Unit
Of
lost.
course. Very well.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost. Unit lost.
Reporting. Of course.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now I run out of
Yes, sir.
money.
Our base is under attack.
Of course. Very well. Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir.
Of course, they always gonna...
Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready. Unit ready. Training. Building.
Awaiting orders.
Son of a
Unit
bitch.
ready.
Vehicle reporting.
Training.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
I feel like at this point I've probably
Unit
blown
ready.
whatever...
Training.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
I might be able to
Unit ready.
grind my way back
Building.
up to where I was, but that attack that I made where I just thought, oh, maybe I have enough tanks to roll over them, and then not even close,
Acknowledged.
probably left me in a hole that I can't get out of. Plus, these
Waiting order.
fucking ore refiners
Yes,
keep...
sir. Affirmative.
This time, at least, these guys are coming to them, but the ore...
Reporting.
Before, the ore refiners were just going to the place where over here where they were vulnerable and getting
Affirmative.
killed because
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
and no matter how, I'm like, nope, go back over here, and they're like, nope, I'm gonna go over here where I'm gonna get attacked every time. So, well, okay, now they've calmed down, at least. The attacks have calmed down. Let's see.
Reporting. Affirmative.
It's probably gonna be a long, boring slog to try and get back up to where
Reporting.
you
Yes,
should be
sir.
harvesting.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Training.
Need
Unit
grenade
ready.
guys more than I need the
Training.
infantry.
Unit ready.
Well, I
Building.
probably don't need that many dogs, because they mostly seem to attack with light vehicles.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Make you a quick response squad.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. At once.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Reporting.
Building.
Comrade.
You really need to be harvesting
Affirmative.
over here.
Awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds. Building. Training.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes,
I wonder
sir.
how many yaks it would take to destroy
Acknowledged.
a structure like that. All right,
Yes, sir.
now let's go
At
see if they
once.
have some sort of
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
factory to be
Affirmative.
destroyed.
Building.
Affirmative. Very well. At
Unit
once.
ready.
Very well.
Training.
Affirmative.
Unit
Agreed.
ready.
I am once again overcommitting because I did not
Yes, sir.
learn my lesson last time.
Agreed. Agreed.
But
Affirmative.
the thing about a lot of these early missions
once.
is that once you have an idea of
well.
what the layout is,
At once.
and you know where their stuff,
Awaiting
you know what their
orders.
strengths and weaknesses are, then you can. Often the answer is to just
Affirmative.
do a
Yes,
hard
sir.
strike at in the right
sir.
place
Very
at the
well.
right time.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. At once. At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lost.
Very well. Very well.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready. Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
All right. What are they?
Affirmative.
They're still building shit.
Acknowledged.
Okay.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
This isn't their main area, and whenever
Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Comrade.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Yes, sir.
fucking insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds. That's basically
Reporting.
that's basically Command and Conquer in a nutshell. Insufficient funds. The game.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Let's just.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Yeah. Okay. I need a mass.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
For whatever reason, however
Acknowledged.
the way this is set up, it seems like you have to destroy, you have to go into their base and destroy certain things, and they keep getting reinforcements. So
Ready and waiting. At once.
it's almost like you have to know what to destroy.
Unit ready.
Because if you just keep
Training.
trying to fight around the edges,
Unit ready.
you just waste
Building.
time, money, and
Training.
resources.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see. Let's attack this.
Affirmative.
Oh,
Yes,
you
sir.
fucking kill this asshole.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
All right, let's go attack
Acknowledged.
this. This has got to be their main base up here. No, don't
Acknowledged.
Oh no, this pass is momentarily blocked. Let me take the longest possible route to get there.
Acknowledged.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Lost.
Agreed.
Unit lost.
Agreed. At once.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Very well. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yep. Yeah, this is...
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. 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 Reporting.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Yeah, that was ill-advised.
Vehicle reporting.
This is how not to play Command and Conquer.
Affirmative.
I hope you're taking notes. Alright. It's going
Yes,
to take a
sir.
while to rebuild that.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
I still have not found... And I must be getting close. There's a barracks, but that's still not...
Awaiting orders.
So yeah, they just keep getting reinforcements. So they seem to have an unlimited number of small vehicles. So I guess it really just comes down to building up enough of a force to go and knock down their main buildings.
Unit ready.
In a
Building.
swift,
Training.
almost suicidal strike.
Unit ready. Training.
Of course, these...
Yes, sir.
have you been
Waiting
sitting
order.
here this whole time not harvesting?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
There's the part where we sit here and
Unit
wait for
ready.
money.
Training. Unit ready.
I'm going to pause these. I'm
Training.
going to focus on building tanks.
On hold. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting.
Let's see. Somewhere...
Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged.
Of course. He
Unit
also got a
lost.
Yes, sir.
cheeky
Affirmative.
bastards
Unit
always
ready.
attack the ore
Building.
refiners.
Yes, sir.
Kill these
Affirmative.
assholes.
Waiting
What did I
order.
say about going over there where you're just going to get yourself killed? Well, that shit. This
Acknowledged.
area is almost out of ore.
Unit ready. Building.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
I wish these things would have just the brains to move
Reporting.
in.
Yes, sir.
So, for example, if this guy's attacking here, and you have these guys here, like this, and this one is just out of range of this one, rather than go, hey, I'm going to go attack this enemy here. Well, this isn't an enemy, but let's say this was an enemy. Rather than react to
orders.
what's going on around them, they'll just stay. So you could, like,
Acknowledged.
you know, if it's just barely out of range, you kill this guy. Let's say this guy's range was longer than this. You kill this guy, and so on and so on, and they wouldn't even react.
Yes, sir. At once.
This could...
Reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the AI in this game, if you even want to call it AI, in all of these sorts of games, has always interested me.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Especially because you know, like things like hard mode, the computer doesn't play smarter; it just cheats.
Reporting.
Like, what do you mean?
Unit
Of course I can build
affirmative.
buildings that fast.
Building.
I'm not cheating.
Acknowledged. Very well.
Insufficient funds.
And just little things like you see how that ore harvester kind of drove around in the later game.
well.
You know, the ore harvester would have
Waiting
just gone out of its way to
affirmative.
run the guy over. All right. So
Yes, sir.
they have a lot of small
Affirmative.
vehicles.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
So I'm kind of wondering how big of a task force I need to go Actually, I really don't need infantry so much as I need these.
Training. Unit ready. Unit ready. Training.
I wonder. Let's
Unit
see.
ready.
Awaiting
Training.
orders.
Building. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, Hockey God. I see you talking about roller. I've never
Waiting order.
actually played that. As far as, you know, old school games that I have lots of nostalgia for, this is probably the Command & Conquer series is the pinnacle of oh fucking course. Every time I turn my back, the goddamn ore harvesters are being attacked.
Unit ready. Training.
Comrade.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Training. On hold.
That's why this is taking so
Yes, sir.
long.
Yes, sir.
Keep running out of money because the stupid fucking ore harvesters. All right, let's go over here.
Yes, sir.
Ah, shit.
Affirmative.
There's not much ore left in this area.
Unit ready. Building.
I've never heard of Total Annihilation, but like I was saying before, I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about how I've built maps for some of the Command & Conquer games that were completely broken.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
That's kind of a hobby of mine, just building completely broken maps where
Yes, sir.
everything's stacked in my favor.
Very well.
For a long time, I just had like generic buildings that I would take over with engineers.
Yes,
And I
sir.
almost got it to the point where it became too easy because it used to take a certain amount of time, you know, using engineers to capture all the buildings. But then I found out how you know use the scripting system to just hand over the neutral buildings to you, because there were certain types of structures that you couldn't assign to yourself by default.
Acknowledged.
But then once I figured out the scripting thing, it's like, well, no, I don't have to spend the time building the engineers or creating those buildings to get that like I did before. So it's just that much easier because the script will just hand over all those buildings that I used to have to take over with engineers before. So that like shaves 15 minutes of building and capturing and...
Yes, sir.
Alright, I need to retreat of what's
Yes,
left
sir.
of this group.
Lost.
Comrade. Yes, sir.
Maybe I can lure them into some...
Unit lost. Training.
How come I don't get to build
Unit
pillboxes? That's what I want to know.
Building.
Flamethrowers are not
Cancel.
generally good
On
against
hold.
light vehicles. My ore harvesters are still going over there where they're going to get
Unit
attacked.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Agreed.
Training.
At once.
Come on, you
Waiting
dumbass.
order. Affirmative.
Ugh.
Training.
Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Awaiting
Training.
orders. Yes, sir.
Unit
At
ready.
once. Yes, sir.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Training. Building.
There's more heavy tanks. I still have yet to find where the hell...
Affirmative.
Move out of
Training.
range of whatever the hell that is, you
Unit
At
moron.
once.
Unit ready.
Surprisingly frustrating. I got 2 ore harvesters. I feel like I should detail all these guys to just go
Acknowledged.
defend the fucking ore harvesters because they're so goddamn stupid. But
Affirmative.
then I'll set up another group
Yes,
in case
sir.
they try and attack this way.
Unit ready.
But still, I need to.
Building.
Okay, I don't want to sacrifice a tank, but I need to find out what's up here. That bridge is blown.
Training. On hold. Unit ready. Building.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Some of the things, like the fact that the original games didn't have the unit queuing, it sort of made them almost not unplayable, but I don't think anyone would stand for that now.
Waiting order.
So I think they had to make a choice between an authentic, you know, the authentic
Unit
Command and
ready.
Conquer experience.
Building.
Oh, is that what it's telling me?
Affirmative.
What did that even do? Because it almost looked, that little,
Acknowledged.
oh,
Affirmative.
that thing, it
Affirmative.
looked like
Affirmative.
the
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
thing that would
Insufficient
display the
funds.
entire map for you, but
Unit
did it
ready.
heal all my, it looks like maybe it
Building.
healed all my units. That's good. Okay. So,
Acknowledged.
put these at a choke point.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
I
Affirmative.
guess I have to be much
Yes,
more
sir.
careful about
Waiting
how
orders.
I stagger these
Training.
people out.
Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
See,
Yes, sir.
yeah, okay.
Acknowledged.
They hit a
Yes,
bottleneck,
sir.
and then
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
this guy's
Awaiting
trying to go
orders.
the long way around. And see, that
Yes, sir.
guy's already getting chewed up going the long way
Affirmative.
around.
Reporting. Agreed. Reporting at once. Comrade.
Unit ready.
At some
Building.
point, they must have realized these things. I wonder, you know,
Affirmative.
back in the '90s, how people, how companies got feedback about
orders.
that.
At once.
Because I can just see like the angry nerd letters from people like, why did my unit move like this, and it should have done this instead. And then the
Yes, sir.
programmers are like, yeah, I guess you're right. How do we get this unit to behave different? No, don't go that way, you son of a bitch. Of course, that's my own fault. They chose the fastest path.
sir.
Blow these up while you're.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
I want you guys to meet
Acknowledged.
here.
Unit
I think it's
ready.
probably enough to start.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
This has taken way longer than I thought it would, because I wasted a lot of
Waiting orders.
blood and
Acknowledged.
treasure, as they say,
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
making stupid attacks that I couldn't prevail in, and not retreating soon enough.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
And so,
Acknowledged.
after
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
after this mission, I think I'm going to call this stream a night,
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
one way or the other.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Ready.
I think it's reached a tipping point where I have enough to slaughter them.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Somewhere over here, it's got to be where their main structures
Affirmative.
are.
Acknowledged.
Or maybe they don't have any, I don't know. This game's fucking weird.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Is that up here?
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Really sort of becomes a cacophony after a while.
Affirmative.
There's their... Okay.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Well,
Acknowledged.
yeah, okay, so they apparently did put some sort of,
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
alright. We're
Affirmative.
approaching endgame.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Alright, I apologize that this mission has taken
Acknowledged.
2 or 3 times longer than it should have, because I did not adopt the right approach.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Am I really gonna have to kill like every
Acknowledged.
single little unit?
Building.
Sometimes in these,
Acknowledged.
like the... Maybe I'm thinking of the skirmish, once you've killed the... Once you've killed
Affirmative.
off the main structures, the other guys will just die if it's like a quick game skirmish. Is it just gonna come down
Unit
to
ready.
Bill here, or whatever?
Reporting. Yes, sir.
No, they must have other stuff hidden. Alright.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Rally up.
Ready and waiting. Agreed.
Oh, I got a bunch of tanks built. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Now that they're no longer particularly useful.
Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Agreed.
What's that?
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
All right, all of
Yes,
you.
sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Time to go into the great unknown. Lift the fog of war and annihilate our enemies.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting.
For the motherland,
Affirmative.
comrade.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Oh, I think I do. Is this the...
Affirmative.
Do those things, like, they create more fog of war?
Affirmative.
Maybe?
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Lost.
I'm trying to remember what the hell those structures were.
Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Alright.
Awaiting orders. Of course. Affirmative. Affirmative. Of course. Of course. Yes, sir.
You go see what's down here.
Acknowledged.
See if they're hiding more crap. All of you,
Acknowledged.
go attack
once.
this.
Yes, sir.
Silos needed.
Affirmative.
Means you're not spending money
Unit
fast
lost.
enough.
Building. On hold.
Kind of surprised at this.
Cancel. Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Unit ready. Training.
Reporting.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready. Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Of course.
ready.
Yes,
Training.
sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Mission accomplished.
Ta-da! Alright. I think I've had enough of this for right now. I'll wait till this cinematic is over. So, I guess overall thoughts on this remaster. There are parts of it that I like, and there are parts of it that I don't like. I think some of the unit designs felt a little lazy, like mobile gamey level stuff. Like, in fact, there's probably some mobile games that are similar to this, where the units look better. I don't know if they were trying to compromise between the original design and a new design, whatever their decision-making process was. Some of the other details, like I said, in the geography itself, the little snowmen and the terrain features. In that last one, there was a little crashed plane on the ground. Little enhancements to the terrain and other details like that I liked. As far as my frustrations with it, I don't think it's a matter of the remaster being bad so much as it's a matter of just the game design, the very dated game design, dealing with that, because I know in subsequent games that the units behave in different ways than they do in this game, and I guess there's just kind of a learning curve to dealing with more stupid units. And so that was kind of frustrating. Although, obviously, I made a lot of stupid mistakes on my own, just going out there with not enough forces to try and make a raid and just getting crushed, and then having to have a massive setback of not having, of units. And so it took me in that last mission much longer, or in previous missions walking into ambushes. But, yeah. Anyway, I guess my feelings on it are mixed overall. I'll probably end up playing the entire thing, but I think at some point, the next time I do one of these, I'll just get out Red Alert 2 and show people my super cheesy map and some of the things like that. At some point, maybe if I learned more about the scripting, I'll figure out exactly how to make a sequence of maps to build my own version of the game. Like you know, in Mario Maker 2, they came out with a world builder, which is something I've actually been working on. I get have almost enough levels built to create an entire Mario Maker world. So if any of you play Mario Maker 2, let me know, and I can get, when I finish it, I can get you the codes for it. But, all right, I'm going to exit out of this, continue, main menu, exit game, comrade. Are you sure? Well, does this automatically save? It probably doesn't. I probably just wasted all my time. But maybe if I'm not trying to do a stream, then it won't be so difficult. And pay more attention to the game. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that for tonight. I will probably do more live streams in the future, but it won't all be games. I'll probably do Q&As where I'm able to pay more attention to the actual audience of the chat, because I occasionally have been looking over there. I'm sorry if I didn't respond as much as I might have if I wasn't also playing an RTS game at the same time. So have a good whatever time it is. Until next time.